Thank you very much. Hello, everyone. And first of all, I would like to thank you for this opportunity to talk to you today. And just a moment. Now I will cover myself with slides. Let me start my slide presentation. Now, I hope you can see it all right. Is it okay? You can all see that, okay?
Да, нам все видно.
Yeah, all right. So here is the subject of my talk today, using CLIL model for those students of our master program who are going to major in neuromarketing. So I have a feeling that you're all scared because I put so many words like CLIL or neuromarketing here. I'm sure most of you know what it means, but just in case, I will give some explanations. First of all, about this CLIL model. As you can see, it is deciphered as content and language integrated learning. This model was actually generated in the 90s in Europe, although many people believe that it dates back to 5,000 years back or something. They believe it's really ancient. But officially, actually, the term was generated in the 90s of the previous century by a Finnish, I guess, yeah, the guy was from Finland, a Finnish professor who actually coined this term. What does that mean? In fact, to put it simply, this is studying a certain discipline or subject with a foreign language being the tool of studying this subject. This model has been successfully applied, and it is currently applied in many schools and universities, not only in Europe, but I guess mainly in Europe, but also in America and in some other countries. This is some like basic information as far as CLIL is concerned. Definitely most researchers and experts find it really efficient and positive. They do believe it's like killing two birds with one stone. So you study some discipline, some subject, simultaneously you hone your skills in a foreign language, everybody is happy. So they believe that at least this has this dual focus, and everybody is efficient. However, there are some reservations and some negative opinions on CLIL as well. They do exist. Some people believe that maybe this model is too European oriented. So this is just for Europe, not for any other countries. This is just for Europe with its integration, globalization, and all these processes. Some people consider that this is a kind of elitist model, as they believe it can be applied only to those who are really advanced in the language, in a foreign language. Thus, it makes really a small number of people who are capable of being the objects of applying these models. Also, there are growing concerns that this task of CLIL is too complex. So just an average teacher, especially a teacher of a foreign language, is not capable of coping with this dual focus, and cannot equally focus on content and on the language. So, well, no matter what these negative opinions are, still I would emphasize once again that CLIL is being actively used and successfully applied in many schools and universities in many different countries. Now about neuromarketing. First of all, let me tell you that this is one of the majors which our MGIMO's master programs offers. So we offer different majors like luxury, and this is the master program is called like industry marketing of goods and services. And within this program, students can obtain various majors. Sports, entertainment, entrepreneurs, retail, whatever, and neuromarketing is one of these majors which they can receive after this course of 2 years of master's program. Sounds nice, isn't it? I major in neuromarketing. All right, what is neuromarketing? I just put it here on the slide. It's really pretty simple. This is actually marketing, which is made with the help of various neuroscience tools. And these tools are enlisted here. So you can read them yourselves. Okay, so this is about this our MGIMO master's programs. So those are majors which we offer. So, and once we started this program, we all sat together and tried to develop the syllabus for the English classes. And we asked ourselves, what can we give to these master students in terms of the English language? And we actually realized that we can't give them anything. No, virtually, we can't teach them anything new in the English language, because most of those students who enter this master program, they're quite advanced in English. Most of them are our graduates, MGIMO graduates, and their level is quite advanced. We also have students from MSU, from the High School of Economics and other universities, and their level of English is also quite sufficient, quite advanced. Of course, you understand me, we could go just deep into the English language grammar. We could take some really complex, I don't know, lexes and grammar phenomena, no problem. We could do that. There is advanced grammar, there is advanced vocabulary, no problem. But we realized that it actually would be of no use. We realized that it would be of no use for these students. That's why we came up with the idea of using this CLIL model so that they could actually study neuromarketing just in English. So that was the idea. So, well, you can call it an experiment. There were two groups, total 27 people. You can see it's their average age and their average length of English, of studying English. So what we decided to do is just to teach them neuromarketing, but in the English language. Let me just mention that, in fact, we decided to use this hard CLIL model because there is this hard CLIL type and soft CLIL type. And here you can see actually the differences. These two types differ in terms of teaching, focus, and assessment. And we, in fact, we decided to engage this hard CLIL model as we wanted to concentrate more on this neuromarketing rather than the English, the English language itself. Okay, so you may ask me, wow, how could you teach neuromarketing if you are a teacher of English, in fact? This would be a good question. We understood that it would require certain efforts from our side, and definitely it required certain efforts from our side because by the time we thought about that, I didn't know anything. I didn't know much, let me say like that, about neuromarketing. So in fact, we took a special course, if we could put those who planned to teach there. And there were really not many of us because like not many people volunteered to do that. We actually took a specific course in neuromarketing, and we listened to a number of lectures where our in-house experts explained to us what the thing was and how what it involves and things like that. So it did require specific efforts from our side. So we had to prepare ourselves to be sort of experts in neuromarketing. Then we had to devise a special, or definitely a special syllabus for such classes. And this is just a scheme of like a class in neuromarketing. And definitely it required the choice of particular, oh my gosh, it's so huge. It required a choice of particular materials because we needed some textbook or something to rely on. And this textbook became the textbook of our choice. In fact, there are so many of them, but we picked up this one as this one nicely combines some theoretical concepts of neuromarketing and this neuroscience with the practical application. So actually what students did, they got themselves familiarized with certain material at home. They read themselves. Then in the class, we discussed what they learned and had those debates, question answer sessions as far as how they understood that. But the book was not the only material we used. We also made use of various, as you might guess, internet resources, numerous video presentations which referred to neuromarketing. But it wasn't just like simply, let's watch the video. No, no. So this is one of the guys, he's one of the experts actually in neuromarketing. Yes, there is a video, there is his video presentation where he speaks about the specifics of using neuromarketing in our current economy. But we divide specific assignments. And here is one of them. This is just a part of it, just one example. So this is a small piece of his presentation, and this is actually the language part, as you might understand. So here we checked like how well they know the actual lexis of the English language, how well the students can form collocations and things like that. Also, this is also an example of one of the assignments. As you can see, just prepositions are missing. So this is the language part, so to speak. So this is the language part. One more assignment. This say they covered certain texts at home. We asked them to give definitions to describe stuff, so that they knew the terminology, the major terminology, so that they knew the ropes. We also made use of translation work, which I believe can be really important. Actually, CLIL does not exclude using the native language. And it's not, yes, it's a communicative actually technique. However, it does not say that you shouldn't use your native language. Your native language can be used and should be used. That's why we also made use of some translation work as well. Okay, as you might guess, all we were interested, we were definitely, after the course, we were definitely interested in how the students perceived it, how they assessed the course, how they felt about that. And the only way to check it is just to make them fill out the questionnaire, which we did. So here are some, these are just the parts of this questionnaire with some questions they were expected to answer after they were through, after the course finished. So here is actually the opinions on the very first question, because we were sort of scared that the students would not be able to, how should I put it, they won't be able to perceive this idea that they're gonna speak about neuromarketing during their English classes. And we were afraid that they would perceive it negatively. They would say something like, we have English classes to study English, but no. In fact, as you see, out of 27 people, like I guess 24, yes, these were, no, 23 were really, they agreed that, that they felt really confident before the course. They felt really confident. Yes, these were 24 people who absolutely agreed that they were confident before the course. Just 2 people were undecided, and just 1 person. Oh, there are always such people who didn't feel confident as far as this course is concerned. Actually, researchers, they say that those who experience CLIL for the first time, like who have never experienced CLIL, they usually feel not very confident, and they are not actively involved in these classes, and etc., etc., etc. However, contrary to these statements, most people were confident. Actually, I realized that this is what they expected from us. And I was happy about that, because this was actually what they expected, that they would be discussing and they would be studying their major using the English language. Then definitely we were interested, like how they assess efficacy of the course, just overall, the overall. And as you might see, the majority of people, in fact, I think these were 23 people. Yes, 23 people. They assessed this as really good, and they were just only few. How many? I guess, yeah, they were just 4 people who said it was fair, and we didn't even have people who said it was not really up to their expectations and not what they had expected. I combined 2 questions here on the slide, because as I told you at the beginning, the idea of CLIL is like to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. They should develop their professional skills, or their ability to communicate in a foreign language regarding their professional sphere, and also demonstrate linguistic skills. That's why we were interested whether this course extended their knowledge of neuromarketing and also the proficiency in English. But you see, actually, more people believe that their proficiency in English increased rather than their knowledge of neuromarketing. I don't know. Probably it's not good. Probably should be equal. I don't know really. I'm looking at it now and I'm thinking whether it's good or bad. But I hope, okay, at least their English knowledge improved while studying this neuromarketing. They enrich their vocabulary. They know the terms like fMRI and things like that, eye tracking. So, which is also, which is not bad. Let me put it like that. So we also asked them to assess the materials used, the textbook we picked up, and those videos and articles from the web. And as you see, most of them were quite happy with that. And finally, well, I don't know what this, now I'm looking at it, I'm thinking what this question was for, but probably I just wanted to make sure that this combination, all these our efforts were important to them. And they were really, I guess, at least for the majority of our students, they were important. They were important. I guess, yes, only 2 people. Yes, I guess it's 2 people who considered it unimportant. All right. Okay, so, well, what about the conclusions and outcomes? Well, as I told you again at the beginning, this CLIL model that can be and must be successfully applied. I don't think we should talk to master program students about the English tenses or about active vocabulary, traveling or something like that. You know, nowadays, the modern labor market, it has quite specific requirements to all those who graduate from the Russian universities, that they should be able to conduct their professional communication in a foreign language. And at least, I guess, after this particular course, they would be capable of conducting this professional communication. Yeah, at least so at least they would be able to do that. I don't know whether they would be capable of applying it or really applying it. That's a good question, but I hope so. I hope so. They would be able to. I guess I'm ahead of time. I spoke to quite. I spoke shorter as I was expecting. But okay, maybe if you have any questions, I would be more than happy to answer them. If you have.
Does anybody have any questions?
No, I would like to make a comment.
Yes, please.
Well, actually, I teach students here. I teach regional studies, and I've taught also psycholinguistics using CLIL. And I've done it based on my experience as a student, and because simply, you see, I'm already a little old, but when I studied, I received all my subjects in English. I mean, I studied literature, language and regional studies, history of the language, linguistics, applied linguistics. I don't know how many, everything was in English. And so I think probably one of the things that students, at least in the area of language and linguistics, that is what students I work with, the issue is that they are not used to touching the area of academic English, that is academic literacy in the foreign language. And that's why probably teachers feel uncomfortable when having to teach this kind of thing, because they do it here. They do it here in Russian most of the time, psycholinguistics in Russian, sometimes phonetics and phonology. I've listened to phonetics and phonology in Russian. So it's really an issue that I believe that we must change it.
I can't agree more. However, there are still certain barriers, I guess, psychological barriers, especially as far as Russia is concerned. Because for most Russian learners, an English class is a class of English.
Yeah.
And that's why it is really, well, it's not so easy to switch, definitely. And both sides, learner's side and teacher side, they all have their own reservations as far as this CLIL is concerned. But I think it should be changed somehow. Moreover, I told you, I had a feeling that those students who studied who attended this course, they were really genuinely happy. And this is what they expected from us. This is what they expected from us. I switched to CLIL because before that, before we started this Neuromarketing, yeah, we had English classes, similar hours, similar number of hours. And I honestly didn't know what to do with them. I brought them like complex grammar. We studied punctuation. I explained to them how to write essays. I did all kinds of stuff, which I thought maybe was a bit relevant to their future, but not that much. So, well, but I think it will come, actually. It will, I mean, it will be better. I'm sure it will be better. Thank you very much, Rafael, for your comment.
Thank you.
May I ask a question? When selecting the materials for study in this CLIL course, what were the principles that guided you? I mean, how much or what exactly influenced the choice of these teaching materials, the choice of content for this course?
Thank you very much. I was concentrated mainly on the content, if we can say that. It mattered that they were in nice English, actually, but I was concentrating on the content. I wanted them to give clear ideas about neuromarketing, to have relevant examples, relevant case studies, and be written or whatever, recorded in a clear language. That's what I wanted. That's what I was guided
was mainly content driven.
Yeah, absolutely. No, of course, I skipped, say, there are actually research articles. There is research on this neuromarketing, which is written by a complicated academic language, but I skipped that. I wanted it to be simple, but they're information driven. It's like, what is neuromarketing? This is marketing which is conducted with the help of neuroscience tools like eye tracking, fMRI, electroencephalogram, and things like that. I wanted them to be really clear and simple, not scientific, like gobbledygook or things like that. That's what I was driven by the content, definitely.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for your question.
Svetlana, can I ask you one more question?
You're welcome.
If I got it right, you have no background in neuromarketing.
That's
did you feel confident enough teaching this course?
Thank you very much. That's a very good question. No, I didn't feel confident, in fact. No, I didn't. I told you before we decided to switch to that, I felt really like I didn't know anything about neuromarketing because actually it's a relatively new thing, in fact. And I didn't feel confident because you understand I don't have any neuromarketing or marketing background. I have a pure linguistic background behind me, and I felt absolutely not confident. But we took this course, several teachers of ours. We came to our neuromarketing expert who, Mr. Klepikov, he reads the main course in Russian for our master program students. And he gave us several lectures, plus I read a lot. In fact, I understand maybe it's not good because I'm not a great expert, but I meant those classes to be a kind of extension, So the guy who reads lectures in Russian, he is their main hero. He gives them all the necessary information. He explains the stuff. I am just an aide. I'm a helper. So something like that. Now, though I understand maybe it's not good. Maybe we should have real people who are good at neuromarketing so that they just read them the course in English. So that would be really perfect. We also have Lux industry, luxury market. And we are also planning, we are applying actually it as well. But luxury market is much easier because it's not neuromarketing. It's this luxury goods market. Well, it doesn't require any specific knowledge. I guess most of you would say, yes, I know about the luxury market. So you could do CLIL here, all right? How long did it last? What competencies are, I'm sorry, didn't read there, не прочла до конца, сейчас одна секунда. That's a good question. So, it lasts actually all academic year. However, it's shorter than the whole academic year because sometime, I don't know, we don't have those English classes spread through the whole academic year. So it's 1 semester and a half. So this is as far as the length is concerned. Our aim is, was and is to, again, to kill two birds with one stone. Their English language competences, communicative competences should be like honed. And their neuromarketing knowledge should be also extended somehow. So this is at least what we aim at. I don't know whether we succeeded or not. I hope we did, but maybe not very much. But students are happy, actually. Students are happy.